So we're set. Welcome, welcome, welcome. While we're getting set on YouTube, there we go. Welcome. Welcome to Medical Mondays with Dr. O. I'm Dr. Tony Okwesomi, and I'm a family practitioner in Maryland. I treat HIV also, I treat addictions, I treat anyone, anybody, any disease entity. I just enjoy medicine. And I enjoy being here on Monday nights to learn and sometimes to impart education myself. We started this series on growing our own organic food items. Why is it important? Because a lot of chemicals, a lot, insecticides and stuff like that are causing havoc to our health these days. We've seen a rise in different disease entities, especially cancers. So while researches are going on to investigate the depth of these surges, we are taking the positive steps, proactive steps
Recording in progress.
to mitigating these disease entities, trying to prevent them so that they don't occur in us. And how do we do that? One of the ways we are doing that is watching and controlling what we eat. And since we are blessed with our own papa, brother, father, husband, Papa Mike Oye, our own naturopathic guru, naturopathic doctor who is world renowned and has graciously agreed to bless us with giving us hands-on education, hands-on teaching on growing our own organic foods. We have started this series 3 weeks ago, and we're now in our third week, part 3, where Papa is going to teach us the core today. Correct, sir?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, sir, without much ado, I'm going to yield the floor to you. And welcome, sir. Thanks again, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. O. My friends, you are all welcome. This series has been done for people in Africa, both Francophone and Anglophone, and it's still ongoing. But we are doing this one adapted mainly to we in diaspora. So modify things a bit to suit our own conditions. Today, I want to deal mainly with making us familiar with a few things we can grow easily at our backyard or in any form that is very close to us. Things we can grow right on the land behind our house, or grow them even in bags or in pots. Things we can grow on elevated land, even where the place is very swampy. So we need to start immediately. But before we go into the crops themselves, I want us to learn how to make compost, manure, because part of our formula is using manure instead of using chemicals to grow our vegetables or crops. Dr. Ephraim, if you can put on my video on the making of manure, we will run through that one very quickly. It's a very, very simple method. You use things around your house, leaves, dry branches, all types of vegetation that is dry. You put them on the ground first, put dry grass, any type of thing you can find, which is a debris on the ground. Put them right down there on a soil that is a bit porous. And then whatever comes out of your kitchen, food leftover, peelings, anything at all from the kitchen, which you are about to throw away, go and put them on that spot, spread everything. You continue to make two layers, two different layers, organic things from the kitchen. It may even include some fish bones. It can include fibers you have from the kitchen, oranges you have salt. It may include peelings from yam, cassava, whatever it is, leftover rice, anything. What you are trying to do is to create an environment for fungi and bacteria and all types of things and worms to work on those things and to turn them back into real soil. And the soil is going to be organic. So what you do is to put all those things as one layer. Then on top of that, you put animal droppings. We started by saying that the Camp Agamal formula is mixed farming, that you should have some small animals you are raising too, like poultry, like rabbits, like goats, turkey, guinea fowl, it depends. But you will use those droppings to also form another layer over, the vegetation you have used. When you get that layer, you still put another layer of grass or any source of carbon, wood, leaves, even newspapers, torn newspapers or magazines, all of them provide carbon. You make another layer like that. And on top of that again, you put droppings. So you continue to make layers like that alternatively, but every day you water what you are doing so that the water creates an environment for biochemical activities to take place. You can even put urine on top of it, everything organic. In a few weeks' time, as you turn those things over and over, everything will become humus, organic soil, very rich in all the minerals needed by plants, particularly nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, with all the trace elements. Now, you can use that then to fertilize the crops you are growing, whether in pots or in beds, whatever they are. That assures you that you are not eating anything artificial chemical, but you are eating something organic. Because what those plants absorb is what is going to come into your body. It seems Dr. Ajay didn't see the strip or the video, but when he sees it, he will display it, or it will be on the platform later. for
There's
you to
no,
see.
yes, sir. He said there's no
Yeah.
video, sir, but there were images that were sent.
Oh, I didn't see anything.
No, okay. So we can post it later.
It's okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it is important that anything in the house should not be cast away just like that. The process of recycling is important, and that is resource management. All right. But when you are doing that thing, you have to be sure that it does not contain things like, bottles, cans, tins, nails, or any rusty thing like that that will pollute what you are making. Everything should be organic. But remember, you make it in layers so that droppings will interact with the carbon base, grasses, wood, leaves. Any question on that before I go on to actual crops?
Yeah, Dr. Mike, please.
Yeah.
I get a lot of grass because I mow my lawn. Is it
Yeah, you
something
shouldn't cast away that lawn.
Oh, I shouldn't throw it away. I get a lot of.
No, you should reserve it
Okay.
and spread it in a very small piece of land.
Uh-huh.
Spread it, and then if you have any organic thing from your kitchen or from any animals,
yes,
you spread that on top of that carbon base.
Yes.
You water it.
Okay.
Then when you get another carbon base, you put it on top of the organic droppings. You get it?
Yes.
You make it like sandwich.
Okay.
And then you water it regularly. As you do so, a lot of biochemical activities will take place. In fact, a lot of heat will be generated. And you have to use a garden fork or shovel to turn everything over.
Yes, sir.
You turn it over to another adjacent place. After a few days, you turn it over again to the former place you used. And that will mean that you are mixing everything from time to time. That will accelerate the fermentation and everything. And in a few weeks' time, you have wonderful manure or humus, which you will use to fertilize your pots or your field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please, in a closed community, how about the smell? The smell of these items, or
no, it won't smell at all.
It doesn't smell.
Okay. In fact, it's a pleasant smell.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yep.
Okay, so what if you use lemons? Like if you have you use a lot of lemons, would it make the compost too acid?
No.
Lemon.
Add the lemon, add the peelings, add everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
And next question, how long do you wait to turn the soil? The compost, like Gibson soil. How long do you wait to turn?
When you start, you wait for a few days for the actual biochemical activities to start. But once you see the thing actually fermenting and producing heat, you have to turn it every other day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The important thing is to mix it, continue mixing it so that the activities may be accelerated.
Okay. And the mixing, the turning, you said, is it that you turn it and you move it from the first place where you set it up?
If you are doing it mechanically,
can you turn it in the same place?
If you can turn it in the same place, but it's easier to have two spots, so that what is at the top goes down and what is under goes up.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But you must make sure that everything does not become soggy. Don't add too much water.
Okay.
Yeah. right. Now let's go on to
Sir, I have
familiar.
I have a question, sir.
All right.
Before you
Okay.
go on. So, Dr. Amor asked about grass. If the grass one has been, maybe the house was occupied by somebody before and they've put, like weed killers
Gamali
or stuff,
20.
Gamali 20, what have
Oh,
you, on the grass, to kill the weeds and stuff like that. What do
yeah,
you do with that? We wouldn't know that that has been done.
yeah.
And, do you think the rain that's been falling would have washed that off, or we shouldn't just assume it's washed off and use it?
That's a very good question. The practical answer is that half a loaf is better than nothing.
Mm.
Because the thing has persisted and grown, and now you have cut it, the carbon inside there is extremely important for replenishing the soil again. And you will find that, in fact, most of the bacteria and fungi have the capability of breaking down some of the artificial chemicals that have been used into degradable compounds.
Some of them. So
Some of them.
I guess my question, follow-up.
I understand. You are
Okay.
saying that your crop will absorb the dangerous chemicals.
Chemicals. Yes.
No,
Will
some
they
of
or
those
will they not?
chemicals themselves, some of them, those chemicals themselves will degenerate.
Okay.
That is one. But you see, the advantage you are going to have in having carbon chains from the grass and the wood and the leaves, the advantages are far more than any residue of artificial chemicals that may be absorbed.
Okay, the advantages ways.
And then with time, the effect of those chemicals will wane.
Okay, cool. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good. Now let's go directly to awareness of things we can plant immediately in this growing season. I want to start with yam. I want to start with a few energy foods. Then we'll go to vegetables. There is a very fast method of growing yams in a very small area or even in bags. And I want to go directly to the planting of yams. Dr. Ephraim.
Yeah, it's on the screen, sir.
No,
We saw yams.
I can't. Why can't I see the thing here?
Okay, we're looking at vegetables. Dr. Ephraim, I think we want to stay with the yams. Yes, we have the tubers, yam tubers, or that's what they call, right? That's what they called.
Well,
we see the Ipomoa batatas plant.
No, that I want real yam.
Okay, we have
I'll come to this later.
Okay.
Hello?
Sir, you have to continue without it, sir, because it's been, okay, it's starting another share. We have vegetables, not the yam.
All right, okay. Bring the sweet potato you brought. Bring the sweet potato.
Yeah, we have sweet potato.
All right, good. The method of planting this sweet potato is the same method for planting actual yam. Now, I want, since this is a bit international, I want us to get the scientific name of everything we are doing so that we are on the same page. Sweet potato belongs to a family called Convolvulaceae. Now, that family is the morning glory family. Their flowers look like a chapel bell. And they are very colorful. Most of them are either climbers or creepers. Sweet potato happens to be a creeper, and it grows very fast. You can grow it in two ways. You can see those pinkish tubers. Those pinkish tubers are actually stems. They are underground stems, and they have got a number of buds, B-U-D-S, all on the surface. Each one of those buds can sprout and become a plant. So if you take that tuber you are looking at and you cut it into pieces, each one of the pieces will have a number of buds on it. When you now plant that little piece in a pot and you make it go deep, say 2 inches deep, and you cover, making sure that the skin is what touches the soil. Within a few days, a new plant will sprout out, will spring out, and it will send roots down into the soil, whether it is in a pot or it's in a field. One advantage about sweet potato is that it grows very, very fast. And as soon as it begins to grow and brings out leaves, it also begins to store starch. Starch, very good starch, in the underground stem. In 3 months, you are ready to harvest. 3 to 4 months at most. So it is one of the easiest ways of producing good carbohydrates behind the house. Incidentally, sweet potato is very, very medicinal by itself. Both the tuber and the tender leaves are anti-cancer. The leaves also contain many minerals that are very good for the body and vitamins. I won't say more than that. If you go and Google, you will find that this particular plant is a booster of health, every part of it. Now, the same method used for growing sweet potato is also used for growing normal yam. But in the case of yam, you have to cut it into quadrats. The yam is a long cylindrical thing. We call it a tuber. It's a stem tuber. It's also an underground stem. The head of it is where you find some fibrous roots. If you cut that head off, you can plant that head itself. But the rest of the yam, which we normally eat, you can see on the left. You can see on the left that that yam is being cut into small, small cylindrical bits, looking like tires. Now, if you now put each one of those tire-like yam pieces flat, you can cut each one into 4 quadrats. That means you make a cross across that circumference. You will get 4 quadrats from each one of those pieces cut. Now, each quadrat can be planted in a pot or in a bag or on the ground. the thickness of that quadrat should be about 2 inches. So from one tuber of yam, it is possible to have even 20 to 24 quadrats. Now, if you have 24 quadrats, it means you are going to have 24 tubers growing for you within 6 months.
Mhm.
When you are planting, you make the brown skin where the eyes are or where the buds are to touch the soil, and then you cover up. But before you plant, to prevent fungal attack, you have to dip the white crust surfaces into ash, wood ash. Wood ash is going to serve as a pesticide to prevent fungal attack on the flesh. That is all you need to do. And you allow a lot of soil to be under what you have planted, at least about 15 inches. The more space you give to the yam to grow down, the better. If you continue to fertilize it with good humus, you are going to have a bumper harvest just behind your house. There's another thing you can do on top of your pot, or even at the top of your bag or on the ground. Plant 2, 3, 4 groundnuts, peanuts. They will germinate very fast, and they will supply nitrogen to your soil, which will be used by your yam to grow big tubers. You will harvest your groundnuts in 3 months. You can even use the leaves and the stem of the groundnuts as green manure again on top of your soil. But if you like, just harvest your groundnuts and use whatever is left, the byproducts, as part of your making manure. Go and add it to your manure. You don't need any artificial fertilizer for the production of your yam or your sweet potato. This is very simple. Any question on that before I go on to other crops?
I have a question. When you
Yes.
said ash, what ash? Can you repeat the ash again that you said to use?
Wood ash. Anything you burn on the farm or anything you do in the kitchen if you are using wood to cook.
Okay.
Ash is rich in potassium and other minerals needed by the crop itself. But the same ash is also a pesticide, and therefore it preserves what you have planted so that it is not going to get rotten by fungal attack.
Are you talking about things from the grill, the ash from the grill, Papa?
Ash,
if you use your outside grill.
any form of ash comes from a carbon base. It's either wood, it's either wood or leaves. Are we okay? Yeah, that's ash.
Okay.
Just anything you burn on the farm which is organic produces ash.
I have a question.
Yes.
About, is the lady finished? Sorry.
Okay, yes, but please, if we raise our hands before we ask questions, as we normally do, that would be fantastic.
Okay.
It helps. Yeah,
All right.
go ahead. Go ahead,
So,
Dr.
with the potato, the sweet potato,
Yeah.
do you have to let them sprout before you put them in the soil?
Not necessary, but if you like, you can do so.
But could it be planted just in the soil as you cut it?
If you plant it directly in the soil, it will sprout.
Okay.
Yeah. But with sweet potato, another easy way of planting it is to use the vine, the stem itself. Cut the stem about 18 inches. And when you are planting it into the soil, let it go fairly horizontal and allow the tip, only the tip, to come up. When you do so, you will allow the stem to produce vegetative roots at the nodes, wherever there's a leaf, that's a node. And by making it a bit horizontal, you are going to increase your productivity. That means at every node, food will be stored and your harvest will be bountiful.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying clear?
Yes, thank you.
That means instead of planting it vertically,
Yeah.
you make a small trench and plant it horizontally and allow only the tip to come out. It's a pity that many of the things put there are not coming out to show.
Sir, when you said only the tip, what do you mean, sir? You
The
said
tip of the stem.
Okay.
That is one end of the stem should come out.
Okay.
The other end plus the rest of the stem is buried.
Got you, sir.
Yeah. And
Did you understand, Sister Joy?
Yeah, it would be slant, like not straight down vertically.
Yeah.
It will be horizontal.
Not vertically. Not
horizontal,
vertically.
right.
If you plant it vertically, it will still germinate and grow, but your harvest will be small.
Right, yeah. I get it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Oh, oh wow.
Can we go on?
Yes, sir. No, not yet, sir. Sister Avaros, kindly unmute and ask your question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Papa Mike, I have another question for you, and it's regarding a root, but it's not like a potato where it provides the eyes and things. It's the gobo, the burdock root.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to find out.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, it's the gobo, it's a burdock root.
Burdock.
Guava?
No. Burdock, you said?
Yes.
How do you spell it?
Burdock. Is this? It's
Look at it, sir.
Well, I am not seeing.
I'm saying, go ahead, talk, say something, sister.
what I was trying to
Now
find out.
show us again. Show us again.
Oh, show it again.
Yeah,
Okay.
Papa
Can you
didn't
see
say it.
good?
Can you see it? She's trying to put it in light.
Oh, let me see.
Do you
Can
see
you-
now, sir?
What did you call it?
Burdock root.
Burdock.
Burdock. Yes. It's it's Arctium.
Well, I don't want to deviate. I want to concentrate on the sweet potato and the yam. Meanwhile,
It's a yam, sir. It's a yam-like. It's a
it's a
yam-like tuber.
Well, I don't know it.
Okay.
I really don't know
This
it.
is it, sir. This is it on the fresh burdock.
Okay.
Look at it. It's like yam.
Yeah, it looks like yam. But I don't know it, so I don't even know how to grow it.
That's that was my question, how to replant it.
I don't know.
Okay.
So
I may do some research on it, but I don't know it.
Okay.
Okay. Papa
So-
Shey, you bring us answer next week, sir.
Huh?
Next week, sir.
Yes, I'll bring it up. Mm.
So it looks like yam though. So I
Yeah, it
wonder
looks
if
like
it's
it. It
planted
looks
like
like
yam.
yeah. It may grow
So-
in the same way. Mm.
Yes. So Auntie Tower, kindly unmute and ask your question.
Good
Yep.
evening, everyone. Papa,
Good.
can we do the same thing that you just said about the sweet potato for yam?
Yes.
Is this
No. We can't. We can't do that for yam. I mean, you can't plant the yam vine. You can't.
you cannot? Okay.
No,
The sweet
but
potato, the vine won't rot away when you water it, and it
not
seems
at all. Not at all. It will just sprout out. The sweet potato is quite different from yam in its characteristics. Mm. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All
Dr.
right.
Jame, kindly unmute and ask your question.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
What I was going to ask is about the vine for the sweet potato that you said to cut.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I think it should be clarified as to what part of the vine can truly grow. Because if you cut the tender part, you won't.
No. It's the mature part.
You have to cut the woody part of the
mature part. Mm-hmm. And then actually when you are planting it, you have to remove the leaves.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You have to remove the leaves. Only the leaves are the ones that will come up, that should remain. Mm-hmm. The stem that is going horizontal must not have leaves.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to help the
roots to come out.
The roots to come out at the nodes. Yeah. Thank you very much for pointing that out.
Thank you. So we will hold our questions till the end.
All right.
Papa, we're going to let you just
go on
so we can enjoy the lecture and get it, and then we'll hold our questions for the end. Thank you.
It's okay. All right. Now I want to go to vegetables because they are the real sources of energy, not only energy, proteins, minerals, vitamins for building robust health. And I'm going to deal mainly with tropical vegetables, easy to grow. The first one I want to start with is amaranthus. Amaranthus. Now, amaranthus has so many species. The Yorubas call it tete, T-E-T-E. Many people call it green. Some people call it African spinach. Can we zero in to just one and enlarge it with the flower at the top? This one is very mosaic. Correct. Can we see that? Are we familiar with it? Oh, it's gone. All right, that's amaranthus. There are many, many varieties, but all of them have almost the same characteristics. There are some that are smooth. There are some that are spiny, but the leaves are extremely rich, very nutritious. The seeds we are looking at the top, those seeds that come from green flowers there, the seeds are also edible. They are black, small black seeds. This is a very good variety that has got a lot of seeds. Those seeds are very rich in proteins and vitamins, and the seeds are eaten. So both the seeds and the leaves are edible. They have many good varieties in America here too, and they can be grown in pots very easily. Amaranthus, it doesn't need much fertilizer except nitrogen, and if you have got compost, that is going to help you to develop a lot of leaves and also develop the flowers that will produce the seeds. It is particularly good for women because it has got some plant hormones that regulate the reproductive hormones in human beings. In fact, people who are not fertile can easily get fertile by eating amaranthus. There is one danger about amaranthus anyway. Too much of it can produce a lot of oxalates in the body that can cause some kidney stones. So too much of it is not good. In naturopathy, we talk about moderation in everything. There must be a balance. It is very easy to, in fact, most of them grow wild, and the wild ones can also be eaten. You can easily get seeds from your friends. Many people grow it, but it's a very rich source of good vegetable for the home. The next one I want to discuss quickly is fluted pumpkin. Fluted pumpkin or fluted gourd. That is what the Igbos call ugu. Ugu is extremely popular. You can grow it here, particularly those who are in the tropical areas of America, like Texas. You can even grow it in Maryland and other places too. If you grow it early in the spring, then you can harvest later. If you want to know much about it scientifically, the scientific name is Telfaria. Telfaria, Telfaria occidentalis. Telfaria occidentalis, fluted pumpkin. Well, most of us must know that. It's a very popular vegetable. The leaves are good. The fruit is good. The seeds are good. Do more research on that. So this is the time for you to find where you can get some seeds to plant. Another vegetable that can be grown easily to benefit from both the leaves and the corm, C-O-R-M, is some form of cocoyam. There are two major forms of cocoyam that can be grown at the backyard or even in pots. The first one is called Xyloxanthus. Xyloxanthus. Xyloxanthes. It is a water cocoyam. That is it. With those leaves looking like the heart. Those leaves you are looking at are edible and very rich in minerals and vitamins. They are very popular in West Africa, and they grow mainly in very wet places, in swamps. Some can even grow directly in a stream. The leaves store starch very easily in an underground corm, C-O-R-M. That corm is very easy to cook, very palatable, a good source of energy for the body. It doesn't need much care at all. Just put part of that same corm into the soil, cover it up. Make sure you water it very well because it loves water. If you have a swampy place near your place, then you have the best place to plant it. Just put it there, it will germinate and produce wonderful corms for you to eat. In a few months, the corms will mature. When you harvest, you cut part of it and plant again. It has a cousin that is very popular too, and that cousin is cocoyam. Some people call it taro. Now, cocoyam loves a loamy soil, porous soil. It will not grow in a very damp place like the other one we have just described. So it will go normally on the normal farmland or in a pot that contains soil that is porous. Again, the corm of cocoyam is very nutritious, and the tender leaves at the center are the leaves that are eating. Cocoyam particularly is popular in Ghana, in other West African countries, but you can grow it right here in a pot. The advantage about these things is that you make use of both the underground stem, which is good starch, and you make use of the leaves to supply minerals and vitamins. So it's a good source of vegetable. Awareness of this can let you get some to plant. There is another vegetable that you can plant easily without even taking much care about it. Its name is Bacella alba. Its common name is Ceylon spinach. Bacella alba. Some call it Indian spinach. Can we have the picture of it? I have already sent it. Okay, for us to get it well, can somebody Google it and put it there? Basella alba, Basella, and then the second name is alba, Alba. Basella alba. Please get a picture of it. We need to see it. Yeah, that's it. That is the green type. It's a climber. It's a climber and can grow by either seed, tiny seed that are found in a small spherical berry, or by cutting. The stem, the green stem you are looking at, will sprout when it is put into the soil. That's Basella alba. The Yorubas call it amonututu. Can we have the red type too, please? There's a red type of it. Pinkish. Enlarge it. Well, that is the dry fruit. Correct. This is the red type or the pinkish type. Also very, very rich. Those leaves are very rich and they are medicinal. We cannot go into the details of all of it, but I am creating awareness of things you can access and plant early in this season. It loves a lot of water. So if you plant it in a swampy place, you can leave it alone and it will be growing and climbing anything that is around. The more you harvest it, the more it will grow. So it's a very rich source of getting minerals and vitamins from the soil easily. Basella alba. In the villages, people grow it behind their bathrooms because water from the bathroom will go outside and water it always. And the thing will climb buildings and so on, and they will be harvesting the leaves. But you can grow it in a pot or in a bag. Now I want to come to a family that is very rich in vegetables and can easily grow. That family is Asteraceae. Asteraceae, Asteraceae, Asteraceae. It is the sunflower family. And I want to mention a number of them because of their importance, because of the ease to grow them, and because of the medicinal values. Since what we are dealing with is growing things to boost our health. The first and most important member of this Asteraceae family that I encourage everyone to plant is bitter leaf. Vernonia amygdalina, bitter leaf. Vernonia amygdalina, Vernonia. The second name is amygdalina, Amygdalina. Vernonia amygdalina. We have mentioned it before, but now we are mentioning it because we want to plant it. It is mainly planted by cuttings. If you get even a fresh cutting, only 1 foot long, you are okay. Just dip a little bit of it into good soil, slant it slightly, water it very well. Wow, that's beautiful. That is just like my garden. That is very, very fresh bitter leaf. Well, let me just say that this bitter leaf is just a compendium. That's the least I can say about it. It's a treasure. The properties are wonderful. The healing work is great. It's a tonic for the body. Name them: blood pressure, diabetes, inflammation, arthritis, rheumatism, cancers, tumors. It's just a tonic for the body. Eating it regularly will make a person very healthy, and it grows easily. It doesn't need much care at all. It can be used even externally for skin diseases, wounds, and so on. It's a wonderful laxative. Let me tell you one secret about it. The content of this leaf are able to resuscitate the islets of Langerhans in the pancreas, which makes it fit for even those who have congenital diabetes. There are some plants that have got powerful regenerative abilities, and this plant is one of them. So it is important that you have at least 2 or 3 stands behind your house or in pots. Even when winter comes, you can move them under shade, under your house, where it can be destroyed completely. And when spring comes, you bring it out again. Vernonia amygdalina, number 1. Number 2, in the same family, is a very small plant which can even be invasive. For you who are in America, the name you know is dandelion. That dandelion which you overlook and you uproot in front of your house because it's an invader, you consider it your enemy. But that is God telling you, I am blessing you with this plant. Dandelion, please Google it later and find all the objective research work done on dandelion. Its scientific name is Taraxacum officinale. Taraxacum, Taraxa, Taraxacum, officinale. Taraxacum officinale. It is particularly unique in its protective work for the kidneys and the liver. And you know, those 2 organs are extremely important for overall health. So people who don't want to suffer from kidney stones, gallbladder stones, cirrhosis of the liver, and all types of, urinogenital diseases, urinary tract, infections, and so on. This is one of the plants that can be used effectively. It is hypoglycemic. It is hypotensive. It's an antibiotic, antiviral, antifungal. And may I say this, all the plants I'm mentioning in the Asteraceae as vegetables have got these properties I am talking about, particularly that they are against bacteria, against fungi, and against viruses. Incidentally, all of them again are hemostatic. They will stop both internal and external bleeding. And they are rich in minerals and vitamins. If there's anybody listening to me from Africa, particularly West Africa, we have an equivalent variety of this dandelion. It's a variety, but it has the same properties like this particular one in America here or Europe and so on. That one is called Lactuca. 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 The second name is a longish one. Taraxacipholia. Taraxacipholia. Taraxacifolia. Taraxacipholia. Lactuca taraxacipholia. The Yorubas call it nyami. For nyami. Only villagers in Nigeria eat it. Lagosians don't eat it because they are civilized and they suffer for it. My friends, plant it, plant it. Just use a little of the root or the stem with the root. Just dip it into soil, that's all. Leave it alone, it will spread. It is invasive. The more you harvest it, the more it grows. You can eat the leaves raw. It can form part of salad. But you can also cook it with good pepper and enjoy it. We are blessed with so many things around us. When you grow it, within weeks, you are already harvesting. It's very good against diabetes, blood pressure, and all types of things. Please Google it. You'll find a lot of things about it. There's another very good one of that family. It grows wild, but you can grow it. Bidens pilosa. Bidens pilosa. Please note it. Can somebody Google it? Google it and bring out the fruit also, the flower and the fruit. The fruits are tiny, tiny black needles. Very familiar. The fruits stick to your skin or to your dress when you pass through abandoned fields. But the leaves are palatable and it's a vegetable. Can we see the picture of it? It's important. Correct. That's Bidens pilosa. You can see that beautiful white flower. But on the right, you can see the fruit coming out. When the fruits are mature, they scatter like black needles, and they attach themselves to animals and so on, and to human beings. And wherever they drop, they germinate very quickly. Now, I have it in my garden right here in Texas. After the frost, they have started springing up again. Please go and read about Bidens pilosa. God has just put into that plant all types of properties that heal so many diseases and prevent diseases. Some years back, I used the juice from that plant, from the leaves, to treat a nephew of mine who was almost going blind. And because of the antibiotic properties of that juice, the eyes were restored completely. He's a PhD holder now, has lectured for some years, and is practicing even what I'm doing. Please plant this plant. It grows easily in the US here. It grows in Texas. Bidens pilosa. It will do most of the things I said about lactuca, or about bitter leaf. They are of the same family. Very easy to grow. Just drop those seeds and they will take care of themselves. Another member still of that family, Emilia sonchifolia. Emilia sonchifolia. Emilia sonchifolia. 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 Yes, thank you. You can see that all of them have got flowers that are of the same shape, like the sunflower flower. Now, this particular one has got succulent leaves. Again, you can eat it as salad, but people use it to actually cook soup. It grows wild, but you can domesticate it and plant it right from the seeds. The seeds are dispersed by wind. The seeds have got parachutes. So if you gather those parachutes and you just, spread them on wet soil, they will germinate themselves. That's Emilia sonchifolia. Now I want us to go to another family, the family Euphobiaceae. The Euphorbia family is the cassava family. Many people don't know that the cassava is a vegetable. Most people think of it, most people think of it only for, the root. The root which they can eat either as cooked or, processed into gari and other things like that. Yeah, that is okay. It's a very cheap source of energy. In fact, it's a friend of the poorest people. But it's a savior. Thank you, thank you. That's very wonderful. That's good cassava root tuber. We should encourage our people to grow cassava to solve, the food crisis in many parts of Africa. It grows so easily, even in the poorest of soils. So that is one advantage. There are varieties that can get mature in 6 months. That's a beautiful one. So there are many varieties, but one thing is common among them. The tender leaves. The tender leaves that are not too young and not too mature either. Just below the growing points. Those leaves are very edible and extremely rich in vitamin C and A. They are rich in antioxidants. So they are anti-cancer, actually. There are countries where the cassava leaves are actually a staple vegetable. So it's a very cheap way of creating awareness among our people to have something good to eat. It's also rich in protein. The general thing about the roots is the importance of getting rid of any cyanide in it before eating it. And by soaking the tubers after removing the peels, by soaking the tubers for a few days, the fermentation that takes place changes the carbon nitrogen cyanide into carbon dioxide. The fermentation produces carbon dioxide from the C in the CNS. So what you have finally is not poisonous. Some of us have been eating the cassava, fermented cassava, for decades, and we didn't die. So it's a savior for Africa, particularly. You can grow it here. You can grow it in a pot. You can grow it in a bag. Just make sure that the bag is deep in soil, and those roots will grow. Again, you can grow it from cuttings. It's mainly grown from cuttings. If you have actual land where you can grow it in the backyard, do the same thing that we said about sweet potato. Don't plant it vertically. Plant it slanting. And you will find that a number of roots will develop at the nodes of the stem. And you are going to have a very good harvest. That is cassava. The leaves are edible. Now, the family of Euphorbia has got a number of things we need to note about. All the Euphorbia members have got what we call latex, L-A-T-E-X. Latex looks like milk. And most of the latex in Euphobiaceae are irritable to the human gut. So we need to be very careful about eating that latex. In fact, when you prick the side of cassava itself, you will see that the latex comes out. Or when you remove the leaf, you see the latex coming out from the stalk. The latex can be used medicinally, but it is not to be eaten raw like that. So let's note it. The rubber tree, incidentally, belongs to this same family. In passing, I want to mention one member of this Euphorbiaceae because of its medicinal importance. It is called Euphorbia herta, EUPHORBIA, Euphorbia herta, HIRTA. Can we see it? Can somebody Google Euphorbia herta image? Okay, its common name is asthma plant. Asthma plant. Now, from the name, you can know what it does. It is a bronchodilator. It is a powerful vasodilator. And because of this unique property, using the leaves as tea, very pleasant tea. It's not bitter. Yeah, that photograph on the right is very good for it. So common. In fact, it can grow at your doorsteps. Even where there's a rock, it will grow. And it usually grows, spreading in a particular place. You don't need to plant it at all. But you can harvest it, wash it and store it, dry it and store it as tea. It is good for most pulmonary disorders, including asthma. It's an antibiotic, antiviral, antifungal. Now, I want you to look very carefully at the green flowers. What you are seeing like a button is a cluster of tiny, tiny green flowers. Please bring it again. I'm commenting on it. I'm commenting on that button. That button you are looking at, do you know that it resembles cancer? Now, that is what we call in science, who knows it? Dr. Ajagbe? Dr. Ajagbe?
Is it the euphorbia, sir?
Yes.
Euphorbia herta.
Yeah. I'm talking about the flower.
Oh, the round things. The round.
Yes, I said it resembles a developing cancer. The structure of the flower itself.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about what we call it. We call it signature.
Oh, signature.
Signature.
Yes.
That means something in nature that tells a story or that gives a message. That plant is saying that he is good. It is good for the treatment of cancer. And that is one of the properties, major properties of this particular plant. You can cultivate it in pots by taking that plant with the roots and it will spread very quickly in the pot or on any land you put it. Harvest it and make it as tea regularly. I'm saying all these things because preventive is even better than cure. I want quickly to go to another family, Malvaceae. That is the family of the okra. Okra. The okra family is very rich in vegetables. To grow okra, you need to soak. You need to soak the seeds in water at least overnight. Or if you like, put it in warm water for an hour or two before planting it, so that the tester, the seed coat, may become more permeable to water. Now that accelerates its germination. You can grow up okra easily in pots. Within a few weeks, you will find that it has developed a lot of leaves and the flowers are coming out. In a couple of months, you will be harvesting. Both the fruit of okra and the tender leaves are edible. Okra is good for vitamins and minerals. It is good particularly for the male. Because it helps sexual vigor. There is a contrary teaching that men should not eat okra because it will make them sexually weak. Now that's a diabolic message. It is the direct opposite. In fact, eating okra regularly increases the production of strong sperms. Again, we have signature there. Without being vulgar, I want you to imagine the shape of the okra fruit. It looks exactly like the male penis, uncircumcised male penis. And inside of it, when it is green, are white seeds that represent sperms. That's signature. That's a language from nature. So let the men eat more okra for vitality and strength. Now, okra is very highly anti-diabetic. If you slice okra into water for some hours and you drink the mucilaginous water that has been produced, you are regulating blood sugar effectively. So our food should be our medicine most of the time. Simple knowledge will make us grow things at our backyard that will make us live better and enjoy life. It's not good just to live. It's good to have abundant life. In the same family of Malvaceae with okra is hibiscus. Hibiscus sabdarifa. Hibiscus sabdarifa. 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 Now that is zobo. Can we see the picture of a red type of hibiscus sabdarifa? The red thing which we use in making zobo is actually the calyx, the sepals of the fruit that grows over the fruit itself. No, this is not it. This is hibiscus Rosa sinensis. This is the decorative ornamental hibiscus. I said hibiscus sabdarifa. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Now the calyx is what we harvest and use as zobo. It is extremely rich in vitamin C. So it's an antioxidant, anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory. It grows easily. The leaves are also edible. Incidentally, the hibiscus we saw at first, that is hibiscus rosa sinensis, the one which we saw at first, that is the ornamental hibiscus, is also useful. Although we don't grow it as a crop, we grow it as an ornamental. But those flowers, the petals of the flowers, can be used for tea. You can even dry them under shade, pulverize everything, and use as tea. They are very rich in sanitizing the body. But one other thing they do is that those petals can be used for family control. They can be used for spacing the birth of children. You can Google about it and find many properties. This is still zobo. Yeah. Now let me go to some vegetables that are not just producing leaves for eating, but are producing fruits. The fruits are the vegetables. And the most important family for that is the family called Solanaceae. Solanaceae. That's the garden egg or tomato family. Garden egg or tomato family. It is the same family for tobacco, Solanaceae. Their flowers look like the sun. That's why they are called Solanaceae. There is a particular video I have for an effective, very productive way of producing tomatoes. Dr. Ephraim?
Yes, Papa. I'm here.
When was I, you know?
No, I only got images from, no video today. But I can look for one for you.
No, me the amount that.
No, it's not there.
Okay. All right. Now, this is the method for growing tomatoes because it's one of the very, very important condiments in our cooking. And I want to highlight it. If you make a nursery for tomatoes and you have the plants coming to a height of about, say, 9 inches to 1 foot, it will be time for you to transplant. You shouldn't wait until it is flowering before you transplant. In fact, you can even transplant when it is 6 inches. And when you are going to transplant, make sure that the lower leaves are removed. The method you are going to use is like that method we used for sweet potato some moments ago. Don't plant directly erect. If you do, you will have fruits, but they will be few. Plant using a trench, not a hole. And let most of the stem lie horizontal, particularly those places where you have removed the leaves. Adventitious roots will develop at the nodes from where you have removed the leaves. And the little portion that is above soil is going to grow and produce wonderful flowers that will bear a lot of fruits. In fact, when the vegetative part grows tall, before flowering, everywhere you find that a bud is going to produce a flower, the branch that is opposite it, which is vegetative, not a flower, remove it. Just pinch it off. And you are going to have a bumper harvest because all the adventitious roots are going to absorb nutrients that will feed the fruits to become large and to become plentiful. That is a very simple method of producing a bountiful harvest of tomatoes. Plant horizontally. Nip off vegetative branches that are opposite flowering branches. Of course, you must add fertilizer to your pot or to your field for the harvest to be great. If you want it also to do very well, before you plant it in the trench, put wood ash. It's going to help your harvest. Moreover, if you have turmeric, grind it into powder and add a little into the trench before you plant. Because tomatoes is very susceptible to fungal attacks. And that little turmeric is going to do wonders to make sure that your plant grows, in a robust way. Those are just tips. Garden eggs, the same family, garden eggs or aubergine, any type of it. You have so many varieties. The scientific name is Solanum. One of the types is called Solanum americanum. There are white varieties, there are brown ones, there are pinkish ones, there are bitter ones. So many varieties of eggplant. The eggplant has both the fruit as edible, and many of them have their leaves as vegetable as well. So you can eat both the fruit and also cook soup or stew with the leaves. Thank you very much. That's a very good variety of eggplants. In 2.5 months, you will have the eggplant maturing and you can harvest. There's one particular type whose leaves are very, very palatable and medicinal. The Yorubas call it Igbagba. Its own fruit is a bit bitter. All of them are medicinal. Those fruits you are looking at, they are medicinal, particularly for chest, pulmonary problems, and also for tumors. There is one particular one called Solanum torvum, Torvum, whose fruits are small, very, very small, Solanum torvum, and the plant is prickly. The plant has got thorns. It usually grows into a shrub. It can grow to about even 6 feet high. Solanum torvum. I'm mentioning it because if you plant it, those fruits are very, very good nervines that deal with a lot of, nervous disorders, right from the brain to the spinal cord to the nerve endings, everything. Solanum torvum. The fruits are edible, but one must not overeat it. Everything should be done with moderation. This family has all the members having some particular phytonutrients that are narcotic, but the percentage of that is variable in different varieties. In fact, you have plants like opium and so on belonging to this family. Incidentally, you have tobacco also belonging to this family, Solanaceae. I think I will end here for today and invite questions. We can continue another time to explore other things.
Fantastic, sir. Wow, this is a lot. I took a lot of notes, sir. And I have a question, but I'll defer to everyone else first. There was a question way before that I want to ask before I call on Dr. Jagbe, who raised his hand. So if you raise your hand, you get called right away. Otherwise, if you put your question in the chat box, I'll read it out. So the question is, what happens if the ash, when touches the brown skin of the yam? When you were talking about the manure, how we make manure, and you said we should use ash. What if it touches the brown skin of the yam? Would
No
he have-
problem at all.
No problem. Okay.
The reason why I emphasize the white portion
Yeah.
is because it is the white portion that is endangered. It is the white surfaces that fungi will attack. And you use the ash to prevent that attack. As for the brown surface, it is completely safe.
Fantastic. Thank you
Yep.
so much, sir. Thank you. Dr. Ajagbe, kindly ask your question.
Well, thank you, Brother Mike. I was going to add a few things.
Okay.
One of them is when you mention amaranthus.
Yes.
Believe it or not, the quinoa that we all beginning to love actually belongs to the family of
Amaranthesia.
Amarantaceae. So the seeds, if you look at the seeds of quinoa
Yes.
and the seeds of the amaranth,
Yeah.
you see that they are very similar.
Yeah, correct.
The three variants, the red and the black
Yeah.
quinoa look almost a little bigger than the tete, seeds. So,
Yeah, they are bigger. They are bigger.
so they are the quinoa plant, or is actually an amaranth.
It's an amaranth. Yeah, you are correct.
There's
Wow.
also another amaranth that is available most of the time in flower form, and you could use it to make any kind of baking.
Porridge even. Mhm.
So I wanted to add that to it. That okay, amaranth is
Well, they can get that in America here. They can easily get that.
yes. So that's one of the comments I want to make.
That's good.
The other comment I was going to make is about oxalates.
Oxalates, okay.
You were talking about oxalate in relation to eating too much of amaranth seeds. But actually,
No, amaranth leaves.
leaves, okay.
Yeah.
Oxalates, for those who love to use citrus fruits in their smoothie, if you are fond of putting seeds from your orange, from lemon, from lime, or from grapefruit,
Grapefruit, I fear it.
if you are
I
fond
fear
of
grapefruit.
okay, if you are fond of putting seeds, please refrain from doing that
Correct.
because it is very high. All the seeds in citrus plants are very high in oxalates.
You are correct.
They will increase kidney stone. So I
Sure.
need to add that. Not only because they cause kidney stones, but they also are very bitter. So it's not really very delicious when you add that to your smoothie. The other comment I was going to make has to do with okay. So you were talking about the plant, the cocoyam.
Yeah, the two types.
Yeah, the two types. Well, one of the best sources of carbohydrates, the cleanest carbohydrate or starch, is actually cocoyam.
Yeah, it is.
Cocoyam is one of the best sources of starch, pure starch. Now, the good thing about any food that has pure starch is that when it's digested and is broken down, our body can use the glucose directly. It will
Correct.
spike the blood sugar. It will not spike anything because that is what our body uses. Our cells need glucose. They don't need any other sugar type. Glucose is what all our cells need to function.
Sure.
And when we drink a lot of fruit juices, we have a lot of
fructose coming in.
Fructose corn syrup added to our drinks.
Very dangerous.
All of those are not what our cells could use. Although the liver will convert many of these things into other products that the body can use in a different form. But our cells need glucose to survive.
What you are saying is very important because what if we eat those other things you are mentioning and not pure starch, we are going to have a lot of purine produced,
So
and that is going to make things
add.
terrible.
That's what the other thing I was going to add to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it is imperative that we pick our sources of carbohydrate very carefully.
Well, what Dr. Ajagbe is saying is actually emphasizing that we should grow cocoyam.
Well, it is
no, it's good. It's good.
It's very good. I mean, if you can plant it, it's good.
You can plant it in pots. You can plant it in pots.
And funny enough, do you know that the cocoyam is actually the cousin of the blood of Jesus? So
yeah, it is. They are cousins.
You know the blood of Jesus.
The blood of Jesus is a member of Amananthesia.
So they are the same cause they are cousins, and although we do not eat the crumbs coming from the blood of Jesus, we do eat the ones coming from the cocoyam. Now,
Dr. Ajagbe, thank you so much for this robust education, because it buttresses all that, or some of the things Papa has been saying, at least the ones you talk about. I went back to take notes. Thank you so much, sir.
The last thing I want to mention is also another member of the hibiscus that the Yorubas eat, the calyx, is called Ishakpa.
Ishakpa? No, Ishakpa, no. Ishakpa is the green form of Zobo.
Exactly. So
the calyx is green.
Is the hibiscus family. So
yes.
Know that.
Yeah, that's true.
It's part of hibiscus family.
There is even another one, Urina lobata. Urina lobata is eaten by the Yorubas and it's very slimy. It grows straight, no branches. And the leaves are smaller, finite. Urina lobata. You can Google it.
So since we're on hibiscus, because one of my questions is on hibiscus.
It's okay.
Which is better to eat, the leaves of the hibiscus, because we see the ones that are dried that we actually get. Is it the leaves or the stem? Some of them are the stem.
Stem?
Yeah, well, they look like wood.
Stem of hibiscus?
They look like wood to me.
No, that would be fibrous. The stem is extremely fibrous. You can't eat it.
Okay, so sir, which one is it that feels like wood? It's red like hibiscus. It's hibiscus. They cook it in zobo, but
no, that is calyx. It's not wood.
Yes,
it's the calyx.
It's the calyx.
Okay, so it's the calyx.
Yeah.
But
when you put it in water, it becomes soft. It's calyx. When you harvest it, it's very fleshy. Okay. It's when you dry it that it gets into that form. So when you soak it, it absorbs water and becomes soft.
Yes. Okay, got it, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Auntie Tower, your question, ma'am, or input. Thank you.
I have a bunch of stuff here. You have to pardon me, okay? I have ewedu. How do I grow this?
Thank you very much. Actually,
the English name for ewedu is jute leaves. Jute leaves.
So how much do I put down? How do I grow it?
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, I was going to deal with ewedu next week, but
can we hold it for next week then? No. Go ahead, sir. I'm kidding, sir.
I have a shoko. How do I plant it?
No, let's deal with ewedu. Let's deal with the planting of ewedu.
Okay.
First of all, those tiny seeds should be put in hot water.
That's what they said.
You must put it in hot water for some time to soften the tester. and to promote germination. And what you do is get a pot and scatter, water the pot very well, water the soil, and scatter the seeds, broadcast the seeds in that pot, cover it with a very, very, very thin layer of soil. Don't let it go deep. If it goes deep, it will get rotten. So just cover it with just enough soil for insects not to pick them up. In a few days, they will germinate. Allow them to grow side by side for a few days. When you think they are not too tender again and can be transplanted, then you get a good soil, water it well, and water the pot in which you planted them at first. So that when you are picking them out, the roots, will not drop out. Now make holes about 2 inches deep where you are going to plant it permanently. And put each plant in one hole carefully, making sure that the roots spread out a bit. Firm the soil around the base. Allow the base of the stem to go in a bit. Once the thing is firm, that's it. Just be watering and space them at least 1 foot. 1 foot, 1 foot apart, if you have the land. If you don't have the land and you are only using pots, depending on the size of your pot, let there be a distance of about at least 9 inches in between the plants. And you are going to have a very good harvest.
Are they perennials or annuals?
Generally, they are annual.
So it's just 1 year.
What you do is that you allow some of them to go to seed, flower and seed, so that you can have another, bunch of seeds to plant next time. But sometimes they can even last 2 years. It depends on where you have planted them.
Thank you.
If you want them to last longer, you harvest the branches from time to time before they flower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you
Auntie Sarah, they sell
Auntie
away
Sarah.
in America. That's too much high maintenance. Hey!
I was going to say that. Anita, please, let's continue with the rest of those ones next week. Madam CEO, ma, you have the floor, ma. Because your hand was raised before, ma. That's our Madam CEO, Madam VP at NAPAC. Go ahead. Unmute, ma.
No, Dr. Ajagbe already asked the question, was about the back of, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, Dr. Ajay said, Dr. Ephraim said, cocoyam leaves are what Ghana knows as spinach.
Contomere. That's the name.
Okay. Spinach cocoyam leaves.
That's
it's
right.
Very popular. Contomere.
Okay.
Yes, Daddy.
It is the national vegetable.
So, sir, the one that you said you research next week, burdock, Haman in London,
yes,
says that burdock and dandelion are well-known drink health or well-known drinks taken for health reasons as a tonic in the UK.
I know burdock as medicine, but I didn't know it as a tuber.
Okay, so you research for us for next week, sir.
I will.
you know, I
will.
like the fact that he put it there so that we can use
Yeah.
it as a reminder, sir.
Okay.
And then Dr. Ogunleye, Dr. O in California said, are there different species of dandelion? Are they all edible? What parts of the plant is edible if they are? So
dandelion has a cousin that I have already mentioned.
Yes, sir.
And that cousin is found mainly in tropical lands, including tropical lands in the US. But they are mostly in Africa and Asia, tropical lands. And that is the one I call Lactuca taraxacifolia. The two look alike. They have the same properties. The major difference between the dandelion we have here and the one in Africa is that the one in the US has got a very extensive root system. In fact, one root can be about 4 feet. Yeah, growing horizontal. And it is the root that is the richest part medicinally. But the leaves are palatable, edible, good, vegetable, slightly bitter, but can be used also as salad. Now, both the leaves and the roots are hepatoprotective.
That means they protect the liver?
Yes. And they also protect the renal organ.
The kidneys, they also protect the kidneys.
Exactly. And they are hypoglycemic.
So they bring down blood sugars.
Yeah.
So there are different species to answer the question, and they are all edible.
They are all edible.
And the roots, though a little bit bitter, are very rich and edible, and so are the leaves. So all the questions are answered, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Dr. Amua, kindly unmute. Thank you.
Dr. Amua.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please, Dr. Jagbe might have mentioned, might have answered my question a little bit, but I'd like you to elaborate for me. While in Ogun State, right, I saw one plant that looks like cocoyam. You know, in Ghana we use the leaves for stew, but the farmer who was riding by told me you can't eat the leaves of this one. And what I found out was that if you eat those leaves, your throat would irritate you.
Okay.
But they look very much alike. So can you tell me about this other plant, which all looks like just like the cocoyam? Is that what Dr. Jagbe was referring to as the blood of Jesus?
You see, the blood of Jesus has got spots of red, white, and so on the leaves.
Okay. Is that how you differentiate the two plants?
No, that is one particular variety.
Okay.
But the two types I described are what you know as Mankeni and Enchobo.
Yes.
Those are the two types that are edible.
Okay. The leaves are also edible.
Yeah, the leaves are edible.
Okay. There is another one in Ogun State that you cannot eat the leaves. You may even lose your life.
No, there are many.
Okay.
You know, in Ghana, you know the one called cocoa.
Okay.
Cocoa.
Okay.
The leaves are very, very big.
That's right. That's for flower purposes.
And shiny.
Okay.
That is it. You can't eat that. It's poisonous.
Okay.
That's correct. Cocoa.
Cocoa.
So what is the use of that plant if the leaves are not edible? Is the root edible?
No, the corm is not edible either. You can only use it medicinally. And that is with caution, there's a dosage. You can use it medicinally.
Okay. So how does one differentiate between the two?
No, this one is extremely large.
Okay.
The leaves are very large and very shiny.
Okay.
Yeah, but it is the same family.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Cocoa is very common in Ghana too. We don't eat it.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Thank you.
It grows in abandoned places and on dung hills and so on.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Madam VP, kindly unmute.
Yes, thank you. Papa O, great job. Sir, you are not using glasses.
No.
Look at Dr. O. Look at me. Look at so many of us. Look, so we need the one for eyes, oh. Eh?
The one for eyes is Bidens pilosa.
He said it earlier, Bidens pilosa.
Bidens pilosa. I even gave a testimony about it.
Sir, the Yoruba name, sir.
Abere Oloko.
Huh?
Abere Oloko.
Where do we get that one?
I don't know.
Well, I have it in my farm here, right here.
Wow.
Okay, so we're going to order it.
Yes, Bidens pilosa.
Okay, thank you, sir.
What I will do is that if you order it, I will send you a few seeds.
Awesome.
To plant, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm placing my order right now. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, sir. I'm placing mine too. Thank you. Thank you, Madam VP, for bringing that up.
Madam VP, please place enough order
for me.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Madam VP, please place enough order for me too. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. So, Dr. Bukka went back to hibiscus and said that the fruit is used to make sorrel drink. Egyptians also use them as tea to lower cholesterol. And Haman said in the UK it's also used as sorrel drink. Yeah, so that's Zobo, I think.
Yes.
A question, sir, where can one get this hibiscus is the question. We've been using the first one for Zobo. It's the same thing.
What? Where can one get what?
Sir. They said, where can one get the hibiscus?
The seeds?
No, hibiscus plant to cook as Zobo. Where can one get the seeds?
The seeds are common.
They're common.
And also, sorry, sir, the Hispanic people, they sell it. They sell those bags.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah, I bought mine from there.
Mm-hmm.
And you just dump the seeds into the soil, sir?
You plant the seed as you plant okra.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Ishakwa. That's how we plant it.
Okay, sir. So Haman also says that there's a big movement in the UK with Black men eating quinoa in management of prostate issues as a healthy option in diet.
Wonderful. That's great. Yeah. That's from Amaranthus.
So another question is, how do you plant cocoyam? I think Papa went over how
I said it.
He said
cocoyam, you use the underground stem which we eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cut it into pieces. It is the same thing as planting yam. It's the same thing as planting sweet potato. But another thing you can do is that when you harvest the tiny ones that did not grow big, you can use them directly as seeds, The tiny corm, C-O-R-M.
Yes.
The tiny corms can be used, and then they will sprout and then produce many more corms.
Cocoyams. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir. So Dr. Ogunleye asks, sir, which of these plants is an analgesic and how can one use it?
Many of them are analgesic.
For pain?
For pain, yeah. For example, amygdalina is analgesic. That is bitter leaf. Bitter leaf is analgesic. Bidens pilosa is analgesic.
Oh, the one for eye.
Yeah. Oh, that one is a tonic. It does so many things.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so one can use them as tea also.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So Mr. Lawal asks her, he says, thank you. He says he believes you said something about hibiscus, that is the Zobo drink, being used for family or birth control.
No, I said hibiscus rosa sinensis. It's different.
It's different?
Hibiscus rosa sinensis. Now, that is the normal ornamental hibiscus. Can somebody show hibiscus rosa sinensis with a red flower?
Is different from the one we used to make Zobo?
Yeah, it is completely different, but they are of the same family.
Okay. So Zobo is okay. Zobo does not control, it's not used for birth.
No.
It doesn't stop childbirth.
No.
Okay. Excellent question, Mr. Lawal. I wrote it down, but...
Do they want to know that rosa sinensis? Because somebody brought it up and I said, that was not what I wanted.
Oh, I see. Okay, that was why you talked about it.
Yes.
Because it was brought up on the
Exactly.
Screen. Okay.
But the person can go and research on hibiscus rosa sinensis. ROSA hyphen sinensis, SINESIS.
Very well, Dr. Thank you very much. I'm not there's no part of control. I just want to make sure I heard it correctly. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So Pastor Paul asks,
Mr. Lawal, you better not be thinking of anything like that. I have not the control. I've done it.
Mr. Lawal, there's one that he talked about that you were able to think about.
Which one is that?
He did okra.
Oh, we know. We heard about that. He had so many times.
Okra, I said okra is good for. I said okra is good for men. For men.
That's what I said. That you may want to, consider.
But it's of the same family again, you know.
Oh. So, sir, Pastor Paul says he doesn't know if you have addressed the use and benefits of agbalumo seeds. I don't know what the name is in English.
No, I've
it's not addressed. I think that's for next week, correct?
Yes, it will come under fruit trees.
Yes.
Fruit
trees. Fruits will be done next week. Yeah. Thank you, sir. So Aman appreciated the raising of the comment on burdock and dandelion, because it seems very important to a lot of us here. We want to know more about it. So there's something else that people always talk about, Abuja yam. What is the difference between
I've never heard of Abuja yam.
Abuja yam. Okay.
No.
I don't know it either.
I may look out for it, but I've never heard that.
Yeah. Is Dr. Jagbe. Dr. Jagbe, have you heard of Abuja yam?
Abuja yam.
Yeah, Dr. Jagbe is an Abuja man too.
Yes, I have.
Who have?
Yes, I have.
Oh, Auntie.
Susan. Yes.
Go ahead, ma.
I've heard about Abuja yam. They are good. And they are
no, what is it?
The same thing. It's the same yam, just like they say Ghana yam.
Oh, it's a variety of yam.
It's a variety of yam, sir.
I hope you know that there's something in all the yams called Dioscorine.
What does that do? Is that the one that gives us?
It's a plant enzyme. It's an auxin. It's an auxin that makes zygotes to divide quickly.
To split.
Yes.
That's why we have Ibeji.
Yes, that's why the Yorubas have so many Ibeji.
Yes. I know that.
Abuja yam is for politicians, if you want to be a politician.
No. It's just a species. They have a good species of the yam.
So is the Abuja yam that causes people to have twins?
It's not just the Abuja yam. Even
all types of yams.
The ones in Abeokuta do too.
Okay.
There's a place close to Abeokuta, you should know, where you go for this medical thing.
I do medical Mondays.
That they have a lot. That they have a lot of trees.
Erua.
Ibarapa.
No, it's not.
Erua.
I think it's
Erua.
Ibarapa. I think it's Ibarapa.
Ibarapa.
I think it's
Erua.
Ibarapa. They have multiple bats there. And I think it's
Erua is
because
in
of the,
Ibarapa area now.
Yes.
I think it's because of
primarily
the
Erua. Yes.
I think it's because of the yam that they eat.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So, oh, okay. Auntie, you
Yes,
actually wrote something here. Do you want
Yes,
to
I.
read it?
No, you can read it for me, please.
Okay. Auntie says, and by the way, sir, it was from Auntie I got the homegrown okra that I cooked that day as soon as I got home.
Yes.
I got a homegrown okra and I got homegrown peppers
Yes.
from Dr. Buka and went home and cooked it. So delicious.
Good.
Well, organic. So, Auntie says, God bless you, sir.
Incidentally, since you are mentioning peppers, you are mentioning peppers. I was going to speak about that next week.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
The peppers belong to the same family as tomatoes, you know.
Oh.
Yeah. And both the fruit and the leaves of pepper are edible.
The leaves too?
Yes, you'll be surprised.
Is it pepperish?
Don't worry, I'll talk about them later. Don't worry.
Okay. So Auntie says, God bless you, sir, for this knowledge sharing. With the dandelion, can we dry the leaves and roots to use as
Definitely.
tea?
Dry them under shade, preserve them, use them throughout the year.
Okay, sir.
She says she has a lot in her garden and would love to stop weeding them.
I wish I could get them from her.
And I'm going to her house again.
Yes, so come and pluck some. I have a lot of them. I think it's there, like Papa said, it's a blessing. So I have.
And they are invasive.
Yes.
Yeah, she said she would love to have abere ologo.
Yes, abere oloko. Yes. Olokoni. I see. Okay.
Abere oloko.
Oloko. Okay, sir.
Also, that she would love to have that. Papa,
the meaning of that is the
yes,
farmers,
I was going to advise
the farmer's needle.
Okay. I was going to advise Auntie Tawa about how to plant ewedu. After soaking your seeds for about a day or two, you can add some sand on your hands and mix the seeds
to spread it well. Yeah.
To spread it well. Otherwise, they will all grow together, and it can be very difficult to It can be very difficult to transplant.
Yeah.
So the best thing is to have a lot of sand mixed with it and use a wide area to spread them. If you do it in a pot, they are going to be jammed up, and you won't get a good yield from them.
Yeah. Well.
Yes.
Auntie Tawa, ma.
Yes.
Did you hear that, ma?
Yes, I just said thank you.
Fantastic.
Okay. Yes, so put a lot of sand in your hands and try to mix them. And then when you spread on a wide area, because it can be very difficult to transplant them.
Even after adding the sand, if there's no space, you can still spread it with the sand in pots, and then the effect of the sand will be felt because they will spread out.
Yes, and don't use too many seeds because the seeds are very tiny. Don't use too
very,
many.
very tiny.
Don't use too many. Just use a pinch or two for a start.
Pinch.
A pinch, just a pinch. Don't use everything you have. Store the rest in the refrigerator.
Okay. Did this woman go to your school of backyard farming?
Yes. I've stored mine in the refrigerator forever.
Madam VP, next time you come to Maryland, I'm taking you to a house to go see her backyard.
She's a practical farmer.
And I'm going to take you to Dr. Buka's to see a backyard.
Wow. Wow.
You'll be impressed.
What of me, Dr. O? And you are leaving me out.
Oh, no. When you come, I'll take you too. Then Sister Funke Obebe also, I'll take you to her backyard.
Yeah,
when you come, we will go stop.
No problem. You are all welcomed.
Thank you. Dr. O, my hand is not going up. I have a question to ask.
Go ahead. Wait, Just give me a minute because Dr. Gulaye raised her hand. Let her ask a question, then I'll call on you. Next. Sorry about that. That is not raising. Dr. Gulaye, go ahead.
Oh, thank you, ma. Hello, sir. Thank you so much for this wonderful lesson. As you were teaching and speaking, my mind just kept going back to something. And that is, this is the ancient knowledge of our ancestral mothers and fathers that is coming back.
Yes.
If some old woman in Idonre were to say the exact same thing you're saying, she'll be labeled a witch. They will say her knowledge is from Mami Water or from whatever. They will find something to make it look or sound evil. Yet, it is this same knowledge that the colonialists came and harvested from Africa.
You are correct.
And extracted the active ingredients of these plants and pressed them, mix them with chalk and press them into a tablet and pill, and then ask us to come and buy from them when we could have gotten it free from our backyard or from our traditional pharmacologists, pharmacists.
In a more balanced way.
Yes, sir, because it's not just the active ingredient that is extracted. It's everything about the plant that protects from side effects as well.
Exactly.
Thank you,
Dr. Ogunleye,
ma'am.
Papa O is Jesus Christ brought back to us. We're going to have to clone him. We have to clone him.
Okay.
So basically, we should eat our food. Or no, the way Papa said,
you are correct.
Our food should be.
We should eat our food as medicine.
As medicine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir. So, we went like Amazon. I don't know what that means. Papa, everybody is saying, Dr. Veronica said, God bless you, sir. Wow. Dr. Mary says, thank you, sir. This fact about bitter leaf, thanks. My aunt, Auntie Felicia says, Papa should write a book on all the benefits of these plants he spoke about for more people to benefit from. Thank you, sir.
Somebody told me last week.
Dr. Amua said the same thing last week. And he's going to help Papa. I'm going to have my daughter, Adiola Atekoja, to assist you in that, sir.
All right.
Papa, please,
yes.
Pardon me, ask your question.
Oh, yeah. Papa, thank you very much. Now, if I grow a lot of eggplant, how do I want to freeze it for the next year. What's the best thing? Should I cook it halfway and freeze it, or just cut it up and freeze it?
Actually, you could cook it halfway and freeze it.
Okay.
Yeah. And it will, whenever you want to use it, it will come out. You soak it. Yeah. Okay. You can also, but that's a more tedious way. You can preserve it with a layer of oil, but that's a more sophisticated way.
No, how do we do that? You just pour the oil on it and freeze it?
Yeah, you dip them in the oil.
Yeah.
You just dip them in the liquid oil and take it out and then preserve them in a container.
In the freezer?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that sounds interesting. And the hibiscus you were talking about, the one that we call sorrel, it's grown in Guyana. And
yes,
the fruit is...
In West Indies, they do.
Yeah. Yes, sticks your finger a little bit. But when you get the fresh, the fresh plant, the drink is very nice. It's different from the one that
your people brought it from West Africa.
Oh.
No, they brought it from West Africa. Yeah.
So it makes a drink when it's fresh, and then you could, if you can, then you dry it. What we get over here is the dried one. Yeah.
Actually, you can dry it and use it for soup, just as you dry okra and use it for soup.
Really?
Okay.
They are all of the same family. The Yorubas call that okra orunla.
Okay.
Dried okra pulverized and used for soup. That's what I ate yesterday, and I loved it with amala.
Oh, wow. Papa, I'll call you for the recipe.
Yeah.
So that I get it right. And Papa, by the way, Dr. Buka is Nigerian by adoption. She's Nigerian by adoption. She went to medical school at Medilag.
Unilag.
Unilag. Well, it's Medilag.
Medilag.
Yeah,
same place.
Unilag,
same place.
Thing. Yeah,
Mushin.
in Lagos. And she will tell you she's a Mushin girl. Something happened and she said, Dr. O, why don't you show them Mushin? I'm a Mushin girl. I'm like, what?
Tell Nigeria. Dr. O, I wonder if Nkechi is here. Dr. O, is Nkechi here? She's the Mushin queen there.
I don't know. I've not. I don't know.
Dr. O. See her name. But did you tell Dr. O, Papa, about the plant Thymus vulgaris, the one we had last week?
Not yet. Papa was supposed to teach us on that. Let me add that to our one for next week. I'll call Papa to ask.
Dr. O, please tell Dr. Buka there's no need to be preserving eggplant. Ship it to California. Plant another one every year.
Oh, I just ate the one I had frozen from last year while you were talking.
No.
She said, ship it to California. They'll have to take care of it there. Don't worry. I'm on her, Madam VP. I'm on her. Don't worry. This year.
Incidentally, if you eat the white eggplant regularly, you are preventing cancerous growth. Yep. So
the white eggplant takes too long to bear. It's slow.
Yeah, that's true. Now, that is an encouragement to the Igbos who welcome everybody by giving eggplants.
Oh.
Okay, I will buy the white one next week, but I've done it before. It takes a long time to bear.
It does. It does.
Huh. So please grow the white one. I'll be visiting. I may not be growing it since it takes a long time. I'll let you do it. So Dr. Alu asks, does tomato prevent prostate cancer?
It does.
It does?
It does.
We need researchers on this thing.
Because of the lycopene.
Oh.
It does. Actually, it's very, very effective. But you have to combine it with many other things. Please, let me tell you one plant of the Solanaceae family, eggplant family, that is also very effective for prostate cancer and other cancers. Physalis angulata. Physalis, Physalis. The second name is angulata, Angulata. Can somebody Google it with flower or fruit? It's a very common plant. Some of you will know it. The Yorubas call it koropo. Children pick the fruit with the calyx overgrown like zobo, and they hit it on their forehead, and you heard a pop. You hear a pop.
I think I know it.
Physalis angulata. In fact, I used it today in preparing a formula which I posted to North Carolina.
So while somebody is pulling that up, sir, Dr. Ajay said dandelion leaf tea offers several potential health benefits, including supporting liver function, aiding digestion, and potentially boosting the immune system.
Correct.
It's also a good source of vitamins and minerals, including vitamin C and beta carotene and caffeine, and is caffeine free.
You see?
Good. Caffeine free.
Oh, thank you.
I told you it's a tonic. It's a tonic.
Caffeine free. Will be good.
Dr. Akitonde thanks you, Papa, for sharing your knowledge with our community. Very educative and healthy session. And thank you, Dr. Veronica. You're my sister. You're so biased. Dr. Ajay says, area around his house, including Stony Driveway, growing invasively everywhere. That's a dandelion. They grow all over the place. That is true.
That
So
is God telling us He loves us, but we don't know.
we should take advantage of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Brother Emmanuel Omori says, what is the benefit of snake tomatoes compared to regular tomatoes? Snake, I don't know those ones.
Oh, well, I know snake tomatoes, but I don't know.
Snake tomatoes is like, it grows like a whole arm like this. Green, cylindrical,
Long.
So what is the difference, sir?
No, a lot of difference. They are of different species completely.
Yes.
Okay, so they're different and they have different benefits.
Yeah,
So,
their properties are different.
is this true, sir? That tomatoes are not good for people with arthritis?
That's debatable. There are pros and cons. I've read a lot of literature on all that. But overall, tomatoes are very good for health. Do you know that tomatoes will improve your eyesight? Oh, yes.
Madam VP has talked about that glasses. We want to get rid of our glasses.
How many bags should I be eating a day? How many bags of
eat tomatoes, eat pawpaw, eat carrots for eyesight.
Yeah, I know about carrots. Yeah.
Brother Mike.
Hello.
Yeah. Dr. Jagwe.
The reason tomatoes has been tagged as having a negative effect on arthritis is because of the lectin.
Oh, yeah, lectin, okay.
So it's the lectin component of tomatoes that actually makes inflammation of the joints worse.
Yeah, but the advantages of tomatoes overweigh,
Well, I think it depends on the severity of the arthritis. If there's somebody is already almost disabled by arthritis, it does not. I don't think eliminating tomatoes from their meals will jeopardize any other thing.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. That maybe.
Okay. No. It's in special cases. Yeah, you are correct.
I have a question, Dr. O, if nobody else have their hand raised. So if tomato helps with arthritis, is that what I just heard? Oh, no,
tomato doesn't help with arthritis.
It does the opposite.
It's the opposite.
Oh.
They say, yeah, they say it does that. It has a lot of benefits, but because of the lectin in it,
yeah,
that,
those who are sensitive to, who are prone to have arthritis, should minimize their eating of tomatoes.
Yeah.
I see. Because Nigerians, we eat a lot of tomato.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Why not? I do.
And also anything that's that has a high level of purine should be avoided.
Yeah.
Not only for arthritis, but also because of gout.
Yeah.
So a lot
particularly for men.
But you said tomatoes have lectin, not purine. What has purine?
No, many plants have purine.
Many plants that have purines.
Yeah.
I think I already shared it before. I shared it a PDF file of food that contains purine.
Many foods contain purine. Yeah.
You did, Dr. Jagwe.
Yeah.
We need to go back and revisit that. Yeah. But then we want to eat vegetables.
Everything must be done with moderation. That is the rule. If something is good and you take it too much, you will suffer. Even water, if you overdrink water, you'll suffer.
That's true.
Please, what the Physalis angulata for?
Well, I said some people should bring it up. They didn't bring it up. Somebody should Google it. I want you to know it.
Okay.
It's a very important plant.
Auntie Tawa, whatever me, my ship is everything.
I put in the chat already.
We haven't seen it, Ephraim.
In the chat. Okay, let me bring it. Let me go downstairs and share on the computer. Give me 1 second, please.
Is it in the chat? Okay.
Yes, in the chat. But let me go downstairs, share on the screen.
Why don't I see this chat?
It's in the chat box, please, everybody. Physalis angulata is in the chat.
But what is it?
Right there.
Have we seen it?
Right there. It's on the screen. Can you see it?
Yes.
Can you see it?
Yes, the one that said online campus to everyone. Yeah.
Now, apart from its many uses and wonderful properties, it is very effective for cancers and tumors. Please note it.
Is there a Yoruba name for it?
It belongs to the tomatoes family, garden egg family, pepper family, tobacco family, Solanaceae.
What's the...
It's called Koropo.
Koropo, I said it.
Yes, you did.
I have no idea what Koropo is. So
look at the fruit. Look at the fruit. You will see.
I've never seen it, sir, before.
Okay.
So tonight.
Koropo, that's Ogbomoso language.
Yes. Well, it's actually it's very common. It's common in Ibadan area or your Oshogbo,
yeah, correct.
Ogbomoso. You see it. They are pretty much growing wild.
Yeah. Dr. O, you and I, we are Abeokuta, Lagos. We won't know that.
I know. We were raised in Lagos. Sir, they did us
Lagosians don't know plants.
They did us a disservice. So we are just learning.
Can I ask one question before we close?
Yes, please. And before we close,
Papa, I just bought a plant, the tomato plant. When I'm planting it, you said take off the leaves at the bottom of it?
Yeah, take off the leaves at the bottom.
And then plant it.
Allow the leaves at the top to remain. Do it horizontally. And then bend it 90 degrees up.
Okay.
Cover the buried place completely.
Okay. And then put a cage over it so it grows into the
Dr.
cage.
Ajay, I shared it.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Dr. Ajay, I shared it from the chat bar.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah, thank you. So, Papa, before I revert back to you for closing remarks, and man, this has been amazing. I want to bring up one of ours who is doing something very amazing that we need to know.
Okay.
We all need to know about. It's one of our young ones, one of our sons. Mr. Oyemade, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Wow.
Thank you.
He looks like a robust young man.
He is, sir. And sir, wait to hear what he has to say. I don't want to say it. Please tell us about this prayer app. He's doing something that we all should know about, and I think we all need to.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, ma'am, for allowing me to come and speak again this evening. Yeah. So my name is Oluwaseun Oyemade. I'm an IT engineer. I work with the federal government here. So beyond just being an IT engineer, I was looking for how I can also impact this society. So that was what gave birth to me building the Solution Prayer app. So the Solution Prayer app is a faith-based centered mobile platform that is created to enhance daily prayer life, Bible study, and spiritual connection to the glory of God. Google has already approved this project. Just 2 weeks ago, Apple also approved. So the app is now available on both platforms. So it offers over 20,000 categorize the prayer points, including healing, health, breakthrough, whatever type of prayer category they are looking for is there inside of this app. We have multiple Bible versions as well. We plan to add more like Yoruba, Hausa, and the rest of it. It has audio Bible, and it also has a daily devotional for those that like to do their Bible study in the morning. This app will remind you to pray 6 times in a day. So the same way you receive your text message, like getting a message, you keep getting notifications on your app to pray. You'll be giving you different prayer points. We're looking for something to make this app also interactive. So we added over 1,000 Bible quizzes that you can use to test your Bible knowledge. I know on Friday, Dr. O, I started using the Bible quiz because she sent me some pictures. Yeah, so that is already on the app. And then we're also looking for a way to carry the young ones along, because myself, I was young too. So we're looking for, so we're developing a 3D animation, more like what they watch on YouTube, like all those cartoons, that will be a Bible story where they can go on the app to learn about the things of God. So we are working on that. That is coming on the app very soon. And then also a virtual platform where churches can have like their live events, prayer sessions, groups can come together and pray like in real time. So that is also coming. So there's a whole lot more that is coming on this app. So this app can serve as a faith-based resource for emotional healing, encouragement, a whole lot of things. So this app is built, is actually built for a global prayer network. So we call it a global community of faith, connecting believers across nations, offering hope, strength through prayer. And then also within the app, we have a space for advertisement. Like I told Dr. O, it's not just because we want to put advert on the app, we just allow any type of advert, but it has to be something that can go on the app. So we have space for either video advert, you want to advertise your business or what you are doing, or a church, we have space for that as well. And then we have the official launching of this app, which is coming up on 7th of June. This year, that will be the first Saturday in June. It will be coming up in IQ Event Center in Bowie. So I believe if anybody wants to know much about this app, you can reach me on 240-713-7485 or visit our website, which is www.solutionprayer.org. So apart from the prayer app that we are doing, I just started a program early this year where I'm helping those that were wrongfully convicted as they are coming out, to train them to become IT professionals. And I'm doing this for free, just to give back to the society. And we'll be able to see some of them that are actually really doing well in class. So once they finish now, they'll be able to do their professional exams, and hopefully by God's grace, they'll be able to get jobs as well. So beyond just the app, there's a whole lot more that we're doing as well. So thank you so much, man, for giving me the opportunity. I really appreciate it. Thank you, man.
So very much. And thank you for coming back. Free IT classes. It costs a lot of money. Thank you. And this app, what is talking about this prayer, that this prayer points that reminds you, is like 1 minute. It doesn't take anything away from your day. You read it real quick, you read the prayer, internalize it, and you're moving on with your day. It's a beautiful app. It's a beautiful thing you're doing. Thank you so much for having all of us in mind. Not just to the Lord constantly through the day. Thank you. We appreciate you. And I will send this out to all of you. I'm going to send it, whatever. I'll send it out to you so that you can download the app on Apple or Android. It's on both now.
Yes, it's on both.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Wow.
So, Papa, I'm going to revert back to you for, your final words to us for tonight. But Madam VP, oh my gosh, she said, Papa, thank you so much. May the Lord increase your vigor. And
Amen.
Dr. Alu said, thanks a lot, Papa Mike, for sharing this insightful knowledge with us tonight. God bless you, sir. And congratulations to Mr. Oyemade, from my sister Daisy, all the way from Georgia, and Dr. Ephraim. Over to you, sir.
Wow. I thank God for that young man. Men ought always to pray and not to faint. I'm going to get that up because I pray for a country in the world every day. One country in the world every day. So that is going to help me. Now let's come to our health and our body. You will notice that today I dwelt mainly on crops and vegetables that do double things. Both their storage organs and their leaves are edible and useful. Now that's a double barrel, and they are easy to grow. They are easy to harvest. They take a very short time, and therefore within the window of summer, most of them can be grown and will be harvested. You can also preserve some of the harvest to last quite a number of months throughout the year. You have also noticed the health implications of eating those vegetables or roots. I am encouraging us to grow them as early as possible. And please, the major purpose of this program is that our people back home who are hungry, and particularly those who are prevented from going to their normal farms, may be able to grow things at their backyard and eat well and live well. We will meet next week and we will continue to explore more things for the benefit of our lives. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, sir. But I want to add, sir, that it's for the benefit of us too that are in the diaspora, sir. So that we can take our bags and grow in our laundry room. Like my sister Funke, she brought a bitter leaf out from the outside. It's now in her laundry room, and the stem are now touching the ceiling. I have the picture.
I said that mainly because I want us not to be selfish, but to transport the thing to our people back home.
Yeah, they can watch it on YouTube. Please encourage our people back home to go to Medical Mondays with Dr. O on YouTube.
Sure.
To watch this and to learn. This is the third week we're doing this. We'll be back again next week for the next level. We're going to go up to the next level, I'm so excited. Because after Mother's Day, they said that we can put our plants in the soil. So till we see again next week, thank you, everyone, and please stay safe. Sister Daisy, thank you. She said, thank you so much, sir, for the impactful wellness information. We appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Good.